Morning and welcome to Let's Talk About It. What are we going to do today? What can we do? Do you think that we could have fun, show you a little bit about our region and see what the day brings us? Kind of a crazy deal, huh? Every day at 10 o'clock is where we meet this time of day. So look at your clock. First thing I do when we get going like this is to help you understand how to get in this room. All right. If you've seen us before, you see where the scenery changes just a little bit. One of these days, I'll actually be in here with my real self instead of an avatar in world. But I think this is actually paying off long run this way. So you will not be coming in as an avatar. You're just going to come into a chat room. It's a video chat room. And you'll be lined up underneath. Let's see, I think it's, yeah, like that. You'll be lined up underneath one at a time. And we talk to each other about our lives, different things that are going to maybe take place. Right? Some of the questions you might have about the resort to get you kind of going. And then we deal in whatever you want to talk about. Something that's very important in your life. But how you do that is go to GMinteractive.com. Let's go back to this phone. GMinteractive.com. And on that front page, you'll see the player playing. It's in a yellow TV type thing. Remember, you can go full screen on that TV if you're just watching, just go full, just like a normal YouTube video. You can go full screen. But what you're looking for is right underneath that TV on the right-hand side. You'll see a blue button. That blue button will bring you into the studio where I'm at filming this. When I see you in that studio, I can actually bring you online with me and so on. So I kind of approve, if you will, who it is. You kind of have your act together. You got your video going, you got your audio perhaps going. I don't hear you, but in that studio, you'll actually hear yourself. I ask you to turn off all the sound except for that studio, so we're not having a double out here, because your microphone will be live, and some machines out there, your computer brings that live onto your audio stream, and then it will double with not only yourself, but it will run in circles. It follows itself, right? It listens and follows all at the same time, and then you're in trouble. So if you're coming from any page, sometimes if you're actually finding this on your YouTube, right? You found the file and go, what is this guy up to? Well, we're a talk show where we actually talk about our lives. It's probably the first time ever on some other stream that's not yours. You might even have a stream on here yourself. I follow a lot of people. GMinteractive.com. And then at the bottom of the page, you'll see that blue button. That's when you can come in, kind of share a little bit with us, ask questions about maybe what you've seen on screen here, or share your story. I'll be talking to you in there, just like this. That's what it's all about. Today, we don't have anybody in there yet, but It's a show that lasts about an hour long. Now, if we happen to be in a hot topic towards that 11 o'clock, time-wise, look at your clock there. That's when it starts. Because we're around the world, we all have different times, don't we? I actually live in Pacific time up here in Seattle, Washington. Okay, so all of my time is actual in-world time. So if you're not sure what's going on, go in world and see what time it is. If you're an avatar already, right? Go in world, see what time it is. And we're on from 10 until approximately 11. Like I say, we don't have a solid ending time. And if I happen to be busy, we got some busy days coming up. So if I'm not here, well, I'll just be here the next day, right? At 10 o'clock. So if I'm not here, it's because I have something going. And I normally would mention that. So far, we haven't really lost any days. There was a couple days in there where it wasn't working properly for me, so I couldn't do anything. I was stuck on my end. But that's technology, that's not our efforts out here. You shouldn't worry about it. It's a type of show that you can come late, come early if you want. If I'm in world preparing for this, if I'm actually in world, that blue button actually works to come in and talk to me. Yeah, it works. Even though we're not on the air yet, you can come on in, talk, see what's going on. If you know it's not airtime between 10 o'clock my time, right? 10 o'clock Pacific time for about an hour. If you know that it's not that time, I might be in here working, doing different things. You can still use that blue button. Come on in, and I can take you for a tour. Come in as a group if you want. You can arrange it on your end. We will not be live at that time. So that might be a good, maybe a different idea, right? Some people like to do that. At one time, I've had over 900 shows in here already. Not this season. This season we have, I think we're on number 8. We're on the 8th show right now, which is really right at the beginning. We haven't really started making a playlist yet, even though there's 8 shows on each one. And we're going to YouTube in 3 different locations. So we're on Let's Talk About It. We're on Breathe Resorts page for the actual region we got going here. And we're on GMinteractive Residence page, my personal page as an avatar. So those 3 pages are live right now, making it happen. If you use your chat button over there, you can make a comment to us. Yeah, make a comment to us, and it comes into my studio here. So I'm not running around looking for all these things on the air and trying to arrange them. They come directly into the studio. Now, obviously, it's like a one-armed bandit I got going here where I'm actually running the studio. I'm running my avatar in world, and I'm trying to listen to all this at once. I'm doing it on 3 screens, so it's not real difficult, but I might be busy, for instance, taking and not listening to the chat room, but I get back to it right away, or hearing or watching the actual text chat that you get off to the right-hand side at YouTube. You can come in that way just by talking. We can, for instance, if I have anybody there right now, there's not. If I do, I can bring you in like this, and we're using StreamYard, by the way. But if I see your comment and we want to talk to each other back and forth, your comment will be on screen like this. Okay. So make sure that you have, well, it would be your name at just what you see in your comments when you're making them. And we talk to each other like that. You'll hear me. I won't necessarily come back to you by printing. So today I thought, and that's why my arms are kind of in an odd position right now. I thought that we would go for a bike ride. Now I like the purple bike. We have two different bikes. You can actually get that bike if you're in World, by the way, underneath Big Blue right here. You can get these bikes right here. I'm on the purple bike. Anything that you get and you want to buy from us, I do not have it in a buying atmosphere. I have it in a I'm giving you that gift atmosphere. So you use your left hand button or your left hand and button, I guess, on your mouse, and it will give you it. Okay. I'll put my eyes back out here. We're going to go for a ride. And I know that you've seen a lot of different things so far. Different boats. This is a little dock here out in front of Big Blue. You know, we have water around. This is Harmony Island. And in World, we have sound. So you can actually turn on your music. And as you run around the different areas out here, you'll have a different stream, perhaps. And sometimes you'll have the same stream. So there is sound, but during the show here, we don't have the music going and so on. Then I have to watch out for copyright, making it all happen. Had a visitor yesterday, right? Go back in time. Anyway, I had a visitor yesterday, and I got him set up a little bit. We fixed him on helping him rearrange and knowing at least the ABCs. He kind of knew really already, you know, he knew. But we sharpened it up just a little bit, helped him out to the point where we actually came, and I'm kind of going over there on my bike now on our little journey today. We actually went surfing out here, guys. We found a swimsuit for each other, and we jumped on this big wave right there. To my right, oh, it just went down there in front of the station. We went surfing. Now, it's been a while since I was surfing, so we had to kind of, I had to work it out again till we did. Maybe half hour's worth of, there it comes up like this. And you can follow that in. I'm going to take my eyes right in here, give you an idea. There's a wave that comes over the top of that. See it coming there now? And it looks like it's really slow, doesn't it? But when you're trying to surf and you're actually in here, it's a chore. It's a wow, okay, all right. And you make it happen. Okay, different things right there. These are the toys. This is the island that it's on, and all these toys down here is where you start. And I had to recycle some that weren't working. So if you ever run across that, you come in here on Breathe Resort, you ever run across something that's not working, jot that down or get a hold of me. I might even be online. If you come in the resort as an avatar, I don't take and bother the people, you know, every time. If I see you're looking for something and it might be hard to find, then I will take my avatar, come over to you. But other than that, I kind of leave you alone, let you handle whatever you want to handle. Fun times, right? This is underneath the big waterfall. We're just taking a ride with our bike, making it happen, right? Um, you can do a lot of different things uh, out here. Here, maybe I'll go over to this. This is, I used to have this menu up instead of my Breathe Resort menu that I carry on my body or on the screen here. Okay. Over here on the screen, I used it. So this right here is a menu I use now, but these are all still live. They make it happen for you, right? And we do, welcome Breathe Resort, where we are putting it all together for you. It used to be my saying. I kind of still say that. These are the activities we can do, different places that you can pop yourself to. Snow globe, tea house, marina, dance island. Well, let's see, dance island. Other than TPing to dance island, I we're not going to run underwater today. I'm trying to find the paths that we can actually go around on with a bike. Maybe towards the end or as we get going, if nobody comes in, I'm always watching for someone to come in. So don't wait for a possibility of, coming in and interrupting me because we're actually making that first. We're here to talk to people. This was what we're doing kind of on the side, right? We just went around that area. Remember, we were talking out in front of Big Blue, kind of went around, going across here. If these are open like that, well, you got to wait, right? Or you can tap it. It will come down by like this. You can tap it to open it. Now, I don't want to tap this one because I'll fall in the water, right? Um, you can walk across it with the bike, or whatever vehicle you're in at the time. Different ways. I haven't showed it yet, but I have two boats sitting over here, all prepped for water skiing. Obviously, you need two people for that, you know. And then I find a boat. We park them over here, so then you'll know kind of where to get them, right? An idea, anyway, somewhere along this shoreline. And I made this angle so the person that's riding doesn't have to get wet if he doesn't want to. You can actually get right there on that ski or surfboard, and your driver can handle it from there. But that's how that works. And nobody actually lives on Breathe Resort, but we have 4 different cabins here and others, throughout. So if you see this happening, you can go inside, check things out, perhaps use the house during the day, right? So don't be surprised if you're actually using the house and you're inside the house and someone comes through that front door. It's furnished, by the way. Look at you push the button. That's my mouse over here. I was just checking this out. Apparently, you got to open the windows from the inside. So once you get inside, you can click these shades and it will open up for you. That's how you can actually tell if somebody's there at the end of the night, if I catch it. If sometimes I don't catch it. But uh, when you don't want to use the house anymore, just shut all the curtains down, and then no one has to worry about it, right? Now these houses are set up pretty nice, where I don't have to manage them. If you're in the yard, which is the house right here, if you come up on the porch, you're in the yard. People outside the yard that are standing out on that grass will actually not see you. It's already in hidden form for the avatar. They can see the house or the bike. They can't see the bike because we're wearing the bike, but they can't see you. So you do have privacy while you're in the house. Okay. And then as soon as you come out over here, now everybody can see you. And if they happen to roll in, you wouldn't see that. So it's not controlled by anything other than location. Makes it really handy. I remember a couple shows back, I said, I'm going to show you how to walk through walls. That's how I walk through walls. Okay. You take your, I'm going to go through this wall here, or actually move around with your eyes, right? So if I got my mouse right here and I push my Alt button, that mouse turns into a plus sign. Once it's a plus sign, you can grab that wall to move your eyes all the way over to the wall. Now I'm inside. I'm going to shut this while I'm here. And I don't even have to go in there, and I can pull myself back. But if I wanted to go in there, I could double click on the ground because I have double click turned on my avatar. So guess what? That's how you do it. You walk around if this door was locked, and we don't lock them. So there you go. Remember, I'm still invisible until I get off that porch. And then I'm back to seeing again. Now that's just on these 4 houses. Does not do it like this on any other houses that you see. You'll see other houses on the resort. Now we're running into the 20-minute mark afterwards, after the start period, right? We started at the top of the hour. And so nobody here yet, but come on in, GMinteractive.com. And on that yellow TV that you see there is where this video is playing live when it is live. If it's not live time and you push the button to actually watch the video, you can come in. Makes it really handy. So there's a lot of people that know about this, but it makes it really handy to come in at a later date and maybe even watch the show when you get off work or kids get out of school or whatever busy time you happen to be in your area. Okay. Underneath that TV is that blue button I'm talking about. Come on in. If the show's live, we'll talk and say hi to each other and get to know each other a little bit. And maybe your area of the world, for everybody to understand. They have some different things that are always happening somewhere. We all have stories to tell. So who knows what we're going to talk about? That is why it's called Let's Talk About It. So bring that it factor in and we'll talk a little bit. Anyway, we still have a little over a half hour, about 35 minutes before the show ends. These cars you can actually use. There's not really too far to go, but it gives you an idea. I have got on this just to kind of see if I could. I get in here and I drove this car. Is actually narrower than the bridges we get on. And knowing the route of the bridges out here, I can take that car and get all the way to that highway that goes around. Let me look up above, right? Goes to the highway back into my bubble, my Christmas bubble. But right here's the highway going around by the trees at the top right there. Okay. I'm down here. So there are ways. It's tough because you got to get used to how to drive the car, how to be exact. There's not a lot of room on the bridges, but it can be done. But that's kind of a little showroom. I don't think the cars, let's see here. Yeah, the cars are not, let's see if I look at it. The cars are not copyable and they're not for sale. See that right there? Learning a little programming as you go, folks. But we're on Breathe Resort. It is my car. So if you happen to like that car, ask me about it. I'll just give it to you. We do not have a problem with that kind of thing that's happening. And I cannot use my, uh, my HUD over here to have that car jump up with me because I'm actually not wearing a car when you're using it like the bike is here. I'm wearing the bike. I add it. Okay. That's a little bit more information as we go, right? Looking around. Everything works out here, guys. These houses they all look the same. They're just facing different angles, different, you go upstairs and out on the porch. You have a little different area. In fact, let's show you one thing here. All these houses have dance floors on the roof. And yeah, people can't see you when you're in there. If there's someone there right now, I cannot see them. I know that there isn't because I can look down here on my radar. Remember the radar? That radar is set up just right that if anybody's on the resort, I actually get a list of names of people that are. So do you if you're an avatar out here. Okay. Oh, not for sale. That's because I touched this tree. So let me get rid of this thing here like that. We have announcements that comes every once in a while. You see up here on my left-hand side, right now there aren't any. These are the announcements that people made if I wanted to catch up on what's happening out here in world, people asking for different things. Or it's following, now for you, it would follow your interest, your avatar's interest on notifications for you. I follow Austin Moore's live. And right now it's halftime. Or right now that if I was to open this up, let's look at this. And this is September 25th. So that was a couple days ago. It's already over with, right? Already over with. The newer ones would be on top. And this stream right here, I haven't got rid of anything, but it just shows you all the different things that's happening. For George, yours would show you your interest. Okay. Let's see here. We do have two arenas over here. We have an ice arena and a floor for kind of dancing arena, if you will. The dance floors, by the way, for the houses, you'll see I share once you're up there. There's a dance ball for the house here and house there. And there's one that's in between these two houses over here. Because these are parceled off, if you will, these houses are parceled off. I have to fix this up a little bit because I noticed that I used to have it to where you can go to your jukebox here, click the jukebox, and actually change the channel on the different streams out here. But those streams have expired, if you will, and I have to rearrange that and then redistribute. The programming has to actually be caught up to date, and they're not all up to date right now. So that's something that I can put on my agenda. Okay. But that's how that works, I'll have that fixed before probably anybody even wants to use it. We have different things that, I guess you can get used to this here. There's a little surfboard right here, and that's covering that type of tree throughout the whole region. Okay. So we're in this leaf now. If I wanted to go to another leaf, I could just change it there. And I believe all of you can change it. It's only changing that type of tree, but let's see how many places it is. They're easier to see like this. See the orange over here? Um, there's one down here by the zoo. Okay. By the zoo. Okay. So let's go like this back to here and go green. And we go back over to the, I guess it's over this way, and they're green. Okay, here's another one headed this way, and all one around the corner. But anyway, so that's that. A lot of different things, and of course, I took my eyes around. I didn't jump around with my body, but I like this one here. um, and that will change it actually for everybody. Now, I shortened this fence because people were coming down that ramp on a bike, and we're on a bike, but on a bike, and they were getting confused of where they want to go, and they'd hit that they hit this fence on the other side. So I just shortened it a little bit. Doesn't make a difference. It all works out, right? That's Miller Lodge, by the way. My last name, Miller. Miller Lodge. It's kind of a gathering place. Remember, nobody lives here. Right now, nobody's even on the resort. And we're riding around the sidewalk. Different things that you want to do. Stop, take pictures, um, curious on what is this, what's going on up here, that type of thing. This is our big bridge. We've been up here several times on I think we're on yeah, we came up here on the horse on the video already, so you kind of see what's going on. But you can ride around, kind of do your own thing. We're going to go over this way right now. Right? We're going to go over this island. Different things you can do. Maybe go up and see, go back to our tent ground. Let's say we wanted to go tenting today, and we've been in here a couple times with our friends, and they knew exactly where we like to set up our tent and have that happen. There's some swings over here. Got about another 20 minutes, a little over that, 25 minutes. The bikes actually work on all of the stairways, the ramps. And this bikes, both of these two bikes, double click works okay. So if you don't want to take the time to actually riding around like I am, you can take your eyes somewhere, double click, This is all set up that you can go tenting, watch the movie, I guess, if you wanted to, right? That's the movie screen right here. Just like me, you can be sitting in the tent. Let's go back to where we're at. Here we are here. You could be sitting in a tent. It's programmed up to do some things in here. So you can make that happen. In fact, this one's overlooking, to go to the edge, this one's overlooking the fire pit down here. A lot of times, this is a popular area to get away from the fire pit and yet be close to the fire pit if you had a gang that wanted to talk, tell stories to each other, socialize, bring yourself up to date with different things that are happening in the world or in each one's life, right? How many people does it take to be in a group? Well, you can have a group of 2, or you can have a group of 30. And you say to yourself, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, wait a minute, 30 people can come in here at once?" Sure. We haven't given it the big test yet on how many people. That'd be a good thing to do, right? It'd be a better thing to do if you had a big group and you actually wanted to hold a meeting or something like that to get a hold of one of the staff here at Breed Resort. So they have a heads up that there's a lot of people that are going to come because I might even say, "Oh, okay, well," and then I get a hold of the grid owner and say, "You know what? We're going to have a lot of people. Shall we test and see how many people we can get in all at once?" And it's not like we're getting permission, but we have people standing in the background with the proper equipment and the know-how to make these kind of things happen. Because that is a lot of people that, because each one is good. You don't want to have lag and all that kind of stuff. There are ways to handle all challenges that you might run across. Just got to be smart about it. Make it happen for you. Look at all kinds of areas, right? We're going to go down here. And I don't know if I've said this on tape here yet, but I have in real life or in world life. These bowls here, I want to thank Queen for that. And this bowl right here, it keeps it going until you shut it off. First time here today, so I come and I shut it off. It'll stay off now until you actually want to use it. This rug over here has an area where you can actually sit down, meditate, meditate wheel over here. This is our chakra area. If you want to learn about different things in the spiritual world, chakra, see those balls, those color balls on the post here? They do the same thing, but if you happen to have a couple people, they can share and it doesn't interrupt. And it comes to your video on your computer direct. So you don't see the video here on the screen unless you bring it on screen like I can. But each one of these, if you touch each one at a time, it will take you through at least these 7. How many chakras are there? Well, there's a lot, but the 7 are the main 7. This talks a little bit down here too about what's going on, right? Different chakras, how you can actually keep them clean, cleansing your chakra. Before a full group meditation, and you want to have yours in order, working properly, nice and strong. Okay, let's see. If I was going to, well, let's go up this way, or maybe underneath by the. Yeah, we'll take the long way. Well, yeah, we got 20 minutes, so we'll take the long way around. This area over here, each one of these have different music to them too, so they're kind of background music, if you will, and so on. It's a fire pit. We have, I don't know how many, 16, 17 fire pits throughout the whole resort. So, and we will not get to the complete resort in today's episode. Many things to do. Here's even another one outside. This right here is the link to come here directly. If I was on this thing and I went to my chakras, I can go there. But if right here it's a fire pit, I'd actually go right to that pinpoint. Let's see, I can do that even now, but it won't jump me very far. There you go. And that will bring you at least to right here so you can make a decision you want to go to one or the other and so on in this area, let alone other areas. Okay. See if I can show you another area as we go. I don't know. There's a fire there. It's just not into a pit situation. Kind of making it all happen. Yeah. And your bike actually runs underwater too. Let me show you. We went up there a couple, 3 times already. Let's go across this bridge. If it was up because of boating, just kind of wait and let the boats go by, do your thing, right? Or if you know the boat already went by, you could touch it. It will come down. Because of, what do we have, 15 minutes, a little over 15 minutes left. This is our train, by the way, you guys. Let me show you the train while I see it. See this? That's our train. It's simple, squared up. You see it coming by, it doesn't stop. You see it coming by, you touch a pillow in it, you'll sit in it and go around and around and around the outside. And to get off the train, you double click somewhere on the ground out here or stand, and then you're off of it. Now, I only went over with my eyes right now, so I hit escape. Now I'm back to my eyes. And what was I doing? I was going across this and I seen it over there. Okay. This is the area where we go down to mermaid area, right? If you want to be a mermaid or you are a mermaid and you want to make that happen out here, it's in these waters right here. Pretty much from, well, all the waters you can go in, right? But pretty much from this waterfall all the way around the corner to the movie screen. And for you guys that are not used to just jumping in the water, mermaid area. I'll take my bike down there this time. We'll see how this all works. I don't know if I've done this before. Mermaid area. Okay, you get in this tunnel and you're following the tunnel, have a couple of stripes to stay on, but you can't go up it. You're actually in a tube. And you're still in the tube going right like this, and we'll take you in the tube. Now we're underwater with the water on the outside of the tube right now. And it's with the eyes, you can actually go through. Remember, I showed you how to walk through. With your eyes, you go through and look and see what's going on. You can stop anywhere you want. But you get down in here. I have a little path to take. Now I'm in the water, but I'm out of the tube. I got that. I made that so it wouldn't shock you to walk and so forth underwater. And I know there's avatars that are saying, "What? Uh, how are you going to get hurt?" Well, you're not going to get hurt, but there are some people that are saying, "I've never done this before," and what is it going to feel like? If you don't have a mermaid outfit, there's one right there. There's actually 5 outfits in there, different colors. The guys can use it too, just don't have to wear the top. Don't want to. If you wanna, you do it, but there you go. Uh, So, remember how to get them? Anything you wanna get from here, you left click, you can see a hand shows up. If you left click, that will put that in your inventory. And we talked about the inventory. I'll actually make a purpose inventory uh, video out here that talks just about that, from the beginning to the end. But I have not got into any of the particulars like that with the videos because of time. I'm doing a lot of different things all at once. I'm even sneaking in my hour time frame every day for these type of videos that we have, right? And you can over here is a dance floor, okay? You got to be dancing on the dance floor to control it. But we have a show that takes place on here. If you have a staff member come on here and they can name how many people you like to all be dancing at once. It's mermaid dancing, though. It's actually swimming in a pattern up here for a group pattern for, I don't know, 15 to 30 seconds, or maybe a full song. It's changed and programmed different ways. And then when it changes song, it goes to the next one and so on. And you can actually join them in that same one, you doing the same dance with them, even if you don't have a mermaid outfit on. And of course, to get off of anything, you stand. Okay? Remember these buttons down here? And if I was in a position, like even I'm wearing this, so I'm not sitting on this bike. I'm wearing the bike. So there's no stand right now. Let's go down. We'll go down the main course here. There's fish, different things, You can dance right here. This is normal dancing for the guys that know how to use a dance ball. You can be right here dancing, anywhere in here dancing. In fact, that ball is that big because the people that are over here, and you can sneak through, people over here can actually dance on all three of these floors. See if I can keep my eyes up. All three of these floors, even up here. Okay. You can go dancing and you look out and you can see the dance ball right here to bring you that dance. Okay, so let's see. How do I do this? I'll go down this way and go through. Remember the waterfalls we're talking about? And you can go for a stroll like we are now, walking even. Just different things that are happening out here, right? I'm going to go down this one here and go past this. We have different things in here. Sometimes, we have staff that are working on something, like right here. They're working on this to actually make this a movable horse and carriage. Not totally movable yet. Got to be programmed up. Here's a little tent, but it's decorated. Okay, I think that's all. That's programmed up. It's just not in position yet. It's kind of our work area for underwater. Um, I'm going up in here. I said I wasn't going to go underwater, and here I am underwater. Different things here. I can show you this bubble. If I go up with my eyes, let's just go with my eyes. I go, see that bubble? It's kind of meeting room for mermaids. Inside that, let's go over there. I should be in my mermaid outfit now, making it all happen. We got 10 minutes left, guys. But anyway, see the different things that we can do. I purposely have a path right here where you can get into sitting down on the leaves here. Again, instead of a fire pit, you're sitting in here, you're talking to each other. Have a seat. See the pillows? They're all in here, kind of making it happen, right? Make that happen for you. Going out through the side. I was going to put a little pathway that you can follow to know where you're at. And at the time, anyway, I had different water and you could see what was going on, and it kind of interrupted what we were doing as far as your interest at the time. If you were dreaming, looking out over the water, and the water was thin enough to see the different things. Oh, I got myself turned around, right? Just the different things in here. Elevators right here, right? Let's see. Elevator's going to be over here. Yeah. Elevator's over here. I was going to say, where'd my elevator go? Okay, so here's my elevator. I can bring the elevator down slow but sure and then sit on it and so on. But let's just take it right now up to the ground. See this on the left side? The brown represent the ground level. We're under the water right now. If you wanted to come from our destiny, let's go up. So this is destiny, right? The one that looks like a spider, has all the different toys around the outside. This is Destiny Island. And you can meet here. There's a fire pit. Several fire pits, even on here. Surrounded by animated logs. Everything means something. Canoes, paddle boats, right? Tubing. Anybody want to go tubing? You get to control your tube. Go anywhere that you want. If you not lose interest, but if you wanted to explore, you found something on the side you want to explore, just leave your tube in the water. We'll find it. Make it happen. Boats. Those are the speed boats. Those are singled, right? There's probably a bunch running around because there's normally more than that on the dock. So whatever, see, that tells me, oh, I better go find them or have the staff find them. They're out there somewhere running around, which is not hurting anybody, right? 5 minutes before we're through for today. So today's subject was just showing you how you can get around on a bike. Yeah, I got wet this time, but you can tell where I could have taken this bridge over here when I was on the bridge, or get back to it the same way where however I got off of it. And you can come to this Destiny Island without getting wet in the different locations. We got about 4 minutes to go, and I think that we can stop anywhere, turn around, and end the show. But that's what it's all about on our island. And we're not here just to keep explaining the island every day. Our main course is to talk to people, get to know them around the world. When you come into Breathe Resort, you're going to actually find many different people coming from other countries because they're getting information just like you're getting it right now. And it is just pushing buttons on a viewer. It's not a browser, it's a viewer. And be able to talk to each other, even come in groups of their own language and friends and so forth. That's why we need these translators. And I'm looking into some of the new translators that I see in progress already on this grid. I just need to learn more about them. But there's 2 translators there because they show up on your screen, and you put one in your language to their language, and you put the other one from their language to your language, so they might not have to have a translator. Okay? That's available to everybody. And of course, this at the top, the Breathe Resort HUD, is this one over here, so you can tap and go around and do your own thing. Right? Got about 2 minutes. I'm going to go down, see the bottom left? That's a handy one for the guys that don't know, what's going on. It's actually where you land right here. Watch, let's go. It's where you land the first time in. Other than that, you can landmark this place. We let you actually landmark anywhere you want to. And if you wanted to come back to that landmark, you use your landmark. Okay. Look at that. We're not even listed on that right now. It moves around. It used to be our top 5 regions, but now it's kind of measured and moves around, to the different things that are happening. Here's a grid events, right? 1 more minute. Here's the people that last visited us. Jacob, we were in here a lot the other night, right? Doing our things. I helped him out with some of his wardrobe, not all of them. These are links, of course, to the interest of the grid. See? For the discerning. Wolf. Now, Wolf has capabilities, obviously, to help everybody out, but he knows about Breathe Resort quite well, and he comes in here and can update, change, do different things. Just like Luna, when she comes over, we can handle her things right here. I tried to get other people interested into putting their links up over here, and they're going, no. So I have not bothered them. All right. If they didn't want it or didn't understand it or whatever, and now they kind of do, that I'm willing. I have a whole place right here, all around this outside on the green grass here, to put all that. So we're in a position to add those. And so you could maybe see your favorite grid and go, hey, we can get right back to it by pushing that. All right. I won't even have to look for it. TP maybe in a different, in an area on your inventory or anything like that. for some of the guys that are visiting from other grids and they're having a hard time resing these bikes and so forth, because their grid is not set up for them to actually use their inventory while they're out playing, you know, put a halt on it somehow. We have Breathe Resort activity right here, Breathe Resort activities. And that is a note card that opens up. Here, let's see this. And it's a big note card because it's got all of our links on it. So if you're wondering how to get a link right straight from here, you can pick up that activities note card, and that actually it's loading now. And I have a lot of stuff going on with me programming a video that has to go in and out, and then in and out again. And I'm actually trying to prepare myself for in and out on a third time for Wolf's TV setup, right? Linking live video. But anyway, that's what that is. That's a note card right there. And you'll make that happen. Let's go down here and sign off. We thank everybody for watching me ride a bike. It is much better to talk to people than it is to talking to yourself. Different things behind me is the same thing. I'm just explaining, right? We have that center screen that moves from one place to the next. It just keeps going around and around and around of all the different locations you can do on Breed Resort, and the locations, even without the note card or Breed Resort, HUD on the left, you can actually take and go to these places up here. My name is GMinteractive, resident, and we thank you for listening to Let's Talk About It. So until tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Pacific time, keep talking about it.